Looks like Vegas got this one wrong. Yeah. Vegas had Tevin Farmer as a 2-1 favorite. Damn near 3-1 favorite to win this fight versus Jojo Diaz. The second time's the charm, you know what I mean? Tevin Farmer looked flat out there, you know what I mean? You know, the commentators, excuse me, Sergio Moore and them were acting all oblivious or brand new. Like, oh my gosh, why does he look like this? Like, where's the head movement? Like, come on. You know, Tevin Farmer is a guy who I've seen go life and death with a guy like John O'Carroll. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't make a prediction for this video. You know what I mean? I knew we'd have a new world champion in the man Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz was using his combination punch, and he got cut on his right eye, on the right eye early in the fight. A bad cut, a mean gash. You know, and he still was winning rounds early. You know what I mean? Winning rounds early. You know, after 6 rounds, I had it a draw. I gave Tevin Farmer round one, round two, three, four. I gave to. Let me hear Jojo Diaz. Hit that thumbs up when you come in here. B Marsh Boxing live post fight review. Thank you, whoever hit the thumbs up. Salute to you. Big up, big up. Hit the thumbs up when you come in the room. Don't come in here eavesdropping. I'm gonna give y'all a crucial post-fight review. Live and direct right after the fights. Y'all coming in here eavesdropping. Jojo Diaz. Mm. Yeah, man. The man, Jojo Diaz came to fight. You know what I mean? Despite the headbutt and the gash in the second round, he came to fight. You know, he was landing his combinations. You know what I mean? Backing up the man. Um, what's his name? Tevin Farmer, catching him with right and left hooks, using the jab, all kind of four-punch combinations. Tevin Farmer tried to exchange with this guy, Jojo Diaz, but he was getting pieced up. You know what I mean? There was one particular round, I think the thumbnail that you see right there on my video, the man got caught with a six-piece combination, and with the exclamation mark was a right hand, and you see Tevin Farmer swinging for the fences, and Jojo Diaz just took a step back. You know what I mean? Clean work. It was a beautiful effort from the man Jojo Diaz, you know what I mean? Like I said, after 6 rounds, I had it a draw. I thought Jojo Diaz won rounds two, three, and four. Tevin Farmer picked up five and six. I'm happy for Jojo Diaz. Man about to cry. Man, man came in this piece with the Mamba, Black Mamba jersey, Kobe Bryant. Let's hear Tevin Farmer. Fifth loss of his career. He knows what it's like to lose. Hit that thumbs up, man. Stop coming in here eavesdropping, man. Hell wrong with y'all, man. Y'all fellas that can't hit the thumbs up button. That shit free. Jesus Christ. Y'all the type of people come in somebody's house, don't even wipe your feet when you come in somebody's crib, man. Because on the real, if you don't like the content, why are you here? Kevin Farmer at some point, most of the fight also was like looking up at a clock. He kept looking up at a clock like he was couldn't wait for the fight to get over. Like he had something better to do. So there's a rematch clause, a media rematch clause. The man Tevin Farmer man came and laid an egg in Miami. You know what I'm saying? It's been a bad couple. It's been a bad about 10 days for the city of Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Almost 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I'd probably say like 10 to 12 days. It's been a bad 12 weeks. Only Steph Boy, cool boy Steph Felton came through. Danny Garcia, we not gonna count what he did with Red Catch, man. The man came and stunk up the joint anyways. You know what I mean? But Jojo Diaz, man, the jab and that straight left behind it and the body shots, you know what I mean? The southpaw was giving this guy lots of issues, you know what I'm saying? Tevin Farmer, didn't have enough to hurt the man Jojo Diaz. Even when they got into exchanges, Tevin Farmer got caught with mean exchanges. You thought the man is cockeyed. You should have seen how his eyes looked, man. They rolled around his head like marbles when he was getting caught with these combinations. You know what I mean? The man started clinching a lot too. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like Jojo Diaz, a guy coming up in weight, was stronger than Tevin Farmer. You know what I mean? Rudy Lopez says, "How's the fight? The fight's over, and the post-fight results unanimous decision. All judges had it. I think one judge had it 116, 112. The other two had it 115, 113, and that's exactly how I had it on my scorecard. 7 rounds to 5 from the man from Los Angeles, Jojo Diaz. Congratulations to him. You know what I mean? I knew he would win this fight. I just had a feeling that he's just a better fighter than Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer has looked all these opponents that he's fought on his DAZN run. I don't know who they are. That's a telltale sign. You know what I mean? Looks like DAZN was only interested in propping up the man Tevin Farmer or trying to use his name to build his popularity and make his stock rise by using Javante Davis. You know, it was a fight that could have been made. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, excuse me, the man Tevin Farmer, man, did a whole lot of nothing over there on the zone. Fought a lot of obscure opponents. Hopefully, he can get back in the mix. You know what I mean? But now we have a new champion at 130. No, excuse me, IBF champion. He gonna have to fight a mandatory next. You know how the IBF roll with they mandos. You know what I mean? They don't play. You check it, but we got the WBO champion on the top rank ESPN side, Jamal Herring. He's about to go get that guap facing the man Carl Frampton. I think it's going to be in Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. That's crucial, man. I don't know if Jamal Herring's going to want to do that, but if the money's there, go ahead and do it. But you got to get the KO, my guy, because you're not leaving Ireland with that WBO strap, you know what I mean? Unless you knock out Carl Frampton. WBC champion, we have Miguel Burchout, the guy who's been cherry picking for a while, a guy who I had a lot of high hopes for. But when I seen that he didn't even want a unification with Jamal Herring, that told me all about Miguel Burchout. There's a lot of title holders out here who are full of BS, full of ish, you know what I mean? Real talk. So Miguel Burchout, he's been carrying the torch for those type of fighters who've been full of ish and been frauding the public. Didn't want to even unify with the man Jamal Herring. So he's out there. Probably gonna face the man. He's looking forward to facing the 126 pounder who ducked Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez. They're probably gonna powwow and do their thing. And what is that? What's out there left? The WBA title held by Leo Santa Cruz, another fraud in boxing. He's not a guy. When it comes to unifications and Leo Santa Cruz, they don't go in the same sentence. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's like oil and water and blood. They don't mix. You know what I'm saying? So those are guys out there at 130 for Jojo Diaz. You know what I mean? The man, what's his name? Gary Russell Jr. wants a unification at 126. If not, he's looking forward to Miguel Burchout at 130. Or if not, he's ready to just go ahead and straight up to 135. So there's a lot of fighters in between 130, 135 that can mix it up. But congratulations to Jojo Diaz. The combinations, man, was what won him this fight. The body shots and just being quick on the trigger. You know what I mean? All these guys that the man Tevin Farmer has faced on the zone, none of them were better than Jojo Diaz. A guy coming up in weight, telltale sign. There we have it. We have a brand new champion at the IBF. Who knows what's next for Tevin Farmer? But like I said, it's been a bad couple days, couple weekends for the Philadelphia Massive. Shout out to my people in the 215-267, Philadelphia, North Philly, South Philly, West Philly, Allegheny, Kensington, and Allegheny, all of them, Southwest Philly, all my Africans out there. Salute to y'all, man. But it's been not been looking too good out there. Emiliano Baldera says it's good. I know you feeling good. Yeah, it's good. Y'all won, no doubt about it. Rudy Lopez says I was going for Tevin Farmer because he's a slick fighter. A slick fighter can be beat by a relentless fighter. It's just the truth. You know, that's one of the actually the best style matchups in boxing. A come forward pressure fighter versus a slick boxer. It's 50-50. Okay? Can the boxing IQ of a slick fighter defeat the come forward pressure fighter? Brains versus brawn, you know what I mean? And not necessarily, it's not a given that the fighter who is the slick fighter always wins, you know what I mean? Estrada versus Rungvisai, the first fight. The rough and rugged come forward pressure fighter Rungvisai won a close fight. The second fight, the boxer improved, came back, and he beat Rungvisai easily. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. The boxer being Tyson Fury. The fight was a draw. A lot of people have it for Tyson Fury. Not a lot of people thought Deontay Wilder. I wasn't one of them. I actually thought the fight was a draw. But in the rematch, Tyson Fury, he can improve because he's the boxer. He might be able to outbox the puncher. But the puncher in the first fight didn't fight like himself. He missed a lot of punches. He can actually improve. So, it makes for a great style matchup, and we shall see. Who's this cornball rapping in the ring? Okay, Rudy Lopez says, thank you. You're absolutely welcome, man. Thanks for coming through. Emiliano Baldera says, Jojo, 100%. Exactly. The Hashman Boxer says, Jojo dogged him. Yes, indeed. What's up with you, Hashman? Everybody, go subscribe to Hashman Boxing channel. Good channel, man. I wish you dropped more videos. I know you're a busy guy, you know what I mean? But big ups to Hashman. Salute, man. Real channel from the UK, you know what I mean? No doubt about it. Zaza Silly, what's up with you, man? Long time, man. He says, what's good, B Marsh? Been a while since I've been on time for your live stream. Well, thanks for coming through, man. It was a hell of a fight tonight, and hey, we have a new champion at 130 pounds, Jojo Diaz. You got a lesson from the man, Gary Russell Jr., a fight that I was live for. I seen Oscar De La Hoya. I seen him. That was my first time in life. Actually, no, it wasn't my first time in life seeing him. I seen him at uh, I've seen Oscar De La Hoya plenty times. What am I talking about? I've seen him more times than I've seen Bob Arum in real life. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen Al Heyman though. I ain't never seen the Enigma. You know what I mean? But where we at in the chat? Zaza Silly says, "Oh, I was saying Gary Russell." And I was live at that fight with Gary Russell versus Jojo Diaz, and it was a very close, compelling fight. I had Gary Russell winning 8 rounds to 4, but it was nip and tuck all throughout. You know what I mean? And especially the 12th round, which I gave to Jojo Diaz, he almost stopped Gary Russell. He was going for the stoppage. So I know that experience, especially coming to Gary Russell's backyard of PG County, Maryland. You know what I mean? Pretty Girl County. Big up to Prince George's County, 301. He came in there and he fought the fight, best fight that he could. He gained his experience, moved up in weight, comes to Miami, neutral grounds versus Tevin Farmer, and taxes that ass. Sounds like Silly's in the chat and says, and the new, like you said, B Marsh, in some ways It's been a tough few weeks for the Philly boxing scene. Absolutely, man. Only cool boy Steph is the bright spot right about now. Because if Danny Garcia get in there with Errol Spence, depending of Errol Spence or whomever, Manny Pacquiao beats that Danny Garcia we seen last weekend. You know what I mean? Real talk. Danny Garcia is actually a type of fighter Manny Pacquiao been wanting to fight. He's a flat-footed guy. That's a perfect style for for the man Manny Pacquiao. Guy's gonna be straight in front of him. You know what I mean? And not a lot of movement. That's Manny Pacquiao's kryptonite. Yeah. So BRVW. What? How you say? Brewski? Brewski says who won? Tevin or Diaz? And the new IBF 130-pound champion. If you know who the new champion is, if you knew who the former champion is, then you know exactly who won tonight. You know what I mean? But congratulations to Jojo Diaz for the real good fight. I was impressed with his combination punches in the trenches. You know what I mean? And the man, Tevin Farmer, who that's not his style. Somebody said earlier he's a slick fighter. Yeah, but he got drawn in to exchanges and he was getting clapped in them exchanges. You know what I mean? Now they got this YouTubers fight. This guy named Anes Anesan Jib. I don't know who he is. That's why I'm not interested in this fight. At least when KSI fought the Logan Paul guy, I knew who both of them were. So we'll see, depending on how good of a fight it is, and I'll watch it. I might do a post-fight review, but you can be guaranteed and be assured that I will do a post-fight review for Demetrius Andrade defending his WBO middleweight title. All right, where we at in the chat? Main Boxing Bike and says, "What up, B Marsh and Chats? What's up with you, man? How you doing, man? Big ups to Main Boxing Biker." Says, "Yo, I hope Farmer is okay." Yeah, man. You know, like I said, man, you thought the man is cross-eyed when he was getting caught with them combinations, especially that right hook that had his eyes scrambling in his head like marbles. I sure hope he's okay too. You know what I mean? Brewski says, um, I don't know. He says Joseph Diaz is my good friend. Well, congratulations to your good friend. You know what I mean? Your good friend came through tonight. Main Boxing Biker says he was showing some weird signs. Involuntary activities happening to his eyes and head. Yeah, man. Especially looked like he kept looking out at a clock or looking outside the ring. I don't know what that was about, but hey, the right man won, and that's what I'm happy about. You know what I mean? My boxer biker said they say he looking at the clock, but he was not. It was his involuntary movement, and I hope he good, bro. That's a funny one, man. Yeah, big up the main boxing biker, man. He always got jokes when he come up in this piece. Big up to Brewski. Big up to Zaza Silly, Emiliano Balderas, Hashman Boxing. What's up? Big ups to Rudy Lopez. Shout out to everybody who came through and everybody who hit the thumbs up. We got a new champion at 130. What's next for him? He's on Golden Boy. He might get fed a Golden Boy diet. You know what I'm saying? Fighting on Thursdays and shit. LA Live. I hope not. I just hope he's in competitive fights. That's just what I hope. You know what I mean? We'll see who his Mando is at 130 for the IBF. Be Marsh Boxing. I'm gone. Peace.